Good morning, everyone. Here we are this week too with our weekly appointment. I'm here today to discuss with you the news of the world, and I will introduce this initiative and myself once more in case some of the people that find out about this nice initiative by the English Corner weren't here last week. So this initiative by the English Corner Language School wants to bring everyone together, all the people that are interested in listening to what is going on around us, and listen to it in English, so with my comments on the language. We decided to do this early in the morning at 9, so we can have like our coffee together while I tell you what's been going on, and I keep you company during your coffee time. So this initiative, once again, it's an experiment. We have just come up with it. So if you have any suggestions, any ideas, feel free to reach out to us via email. We have an email address that will be posted in the comments at the end of the event. So leave us your suggestions and your ideas. We wanted to do this to stay connected during this time of forced distancing. So it's our way to connect with you, and we hope you appreciate it. In addition to that, we are giving you this chance to listen to English live, interact with us live, and so it's a nice, fun way to exercise your English once again during the week. So this initiative is always on at 9:15 on Wednesday mornings. I'm Camilla, as you can see from the title of the event. And today I have for you a couple of articles that I've decided to bring to you. They are very different from what we've seen last week. For those of you who weren't here last week we talked about the presidential elections in the USA. And the style of the articles that I want to comment with you today is completely different, because it's got nothing to do with breaking news. It's got nothing to do with the traditional articles that talk about events, because we find these articles in the cultural and entertainment sections of newspapers and magazines. And I'm talking about film reviews. So today I've chosen for you a couple of film reviews of the latest film where Sophia Loren is starring, and this film's called The Life Ahead. So we are going to read it, to read a few paragraphs of these two reviews. And you can let us know your comments, of course, in the comment section. If you've seen the film, you can let us know what's your opinion, if you liked it, if not. If you've read the novel that it's adapted from, because this film is a screen adaptation of a novel by Romain Gary, you can also tell us what you thought of the novel and what's your take on the novel or the film. So please feel free to interact with us in the comments. At the end of the event, we are going to leave for you the links to the articles that we've discussed, and you're more than welcome to go check them out, read them. They're very interesting. So why have I chosen these two articles for you today? Why film reviews and not breaking news? So I wanted to focus, as you know, I always want to focus on the English language, because this is what we are here for, not only for what's in the papers, but also for the language of the papers. And the film reviews have a lot of interesting words that we hardly ever get to hear or read, in this case, because they include a great number of adjectives, adverbs, even colloquial expressions, because the authors want to engage the readers. They want to make us feel as emotional as they were when they watched the film. So in both articles, in both reviews, we are going to find the same structure, the same sections, which are the description of the plot, so a summary of the plot of the film, a short description of Lauren's career, and the personal comment of the author, of course. So I hope you will enjoy listening to me reading the article and commenting it. Please feel free to interact with me. I will focus on the analysis, let's say, of adjectives and adverbs mostly, because they are the elements that are there. They are typical of this style of writing, because they help us understand a little better the character's personality and the performance of the actors. So I'm going to read a few passages now. So this article is taken by from Time, the magazine, and the title is "The Life Ahead Brings Sophia Loren Back to the Screen in a Tearjerker That Fully Earns Its Tears." So we already know we are going to cry when we watch this film. A tearjerker is a film, a story, a book that is devised to make people emotional. Okay, so this is the definition that is been given to the film. The term tearjerker has a negative connotation it doesn't deserve. Movies exist for all types of reasons, and catharsis, especially in difficult, complicated times, should never be underestimated. Add to that the pleasure of watching a much-loved actor in her first feature roles in 10 years. There are some propositions you just shouldn't say no to. So we know that it's going to make us cry, and there is an important actor which has not been on screen for a long time, who is going to be starring in this film. So the featured role is the most important role. It's a very important role. So from the very beginning, we have this personal touch of the author that wants to engage us. He wants to convince us to watch the film, and it feels like he's talking directly to us, okay, by the way he writes. In The Life Ahead, directed by Edoardo Ponti, Sophia Loren plays Rosa, a feisty Holocaust survivor living in a coastal Italy, who becomes a reluctant caretaker of Momo, an angry Senegalese orphan who's headed down a wrong path. So here we start having the summary of the story. The author is going to introduce us to the characters, to their personalities, and to the setting of the film. So what we need to know before the story starts. Momo is brought into Rosa's care right after he's robbed her of a few silver candlesticks she's been meaning to sell as a way of paying her next month's rent. Talk about starting off on the wrong foot. So this expression is very interesting. To start off on the wrong foot, it means to start a relationship in a very bad way. And the two adjectives that describe Rosa, the character played by Sophia Loren, are feisty, which means strong, determined, she's a fighter, and reluctant caretaker. It means she hesitates, she's not really happy to take care of Momo. What's more, Momo starts selling drugs just as Rosa brings him into her household, and he's alarmingly good at it. Kindness can't reach him. His face is blank and shut down, a fortress of stubbornness. Rosa, a former prostitute who steps up to take care of the children of other street workers when necessary, already has her hands full and begins to lose patience with him. He is a kid on the edge, but he's pushing her towards the brink. So in this section, we have the description of Momo. We know his face is blank and shut down. It means he doesn't show any feeling at all. And he's alarmingly good at selling drugs. So the author here doesn't say he's good at selling drugs. He's alarmingly good. He wants to give us the impression that we are not expecting him to be as good as it actually is. So it's a very strong adverb. And then we have this nice final sentence. He's a kid on the edge, but he's pushing her towards the brink. So it's kind of a pun in a way, because it means that he's close to crossing the line, to going on, keep on doing wrong things, and there is no way back after that. But at the same time, they use this expression at the edge. At the edge, it's when you're on a mountain and there is a cliff. The edge is over here, and he is not going over the edge on his own. He's not going over the edge by himself. He's bringing her with him. Okay, so they are both going to get into big trouble. He's going to make her go mad. The surprises of the life ahead are the gentle kind. There are no wild revelations or transformation, no hyper-dramatic turnabouts, but the movie has a quietly enjoyable power. So here we find out that in spite of the characters being so strong and so interesting and very much appealing, the story is nothing unbelievable. It's just there are no great turns and transformations, as it says. Notice that during the summary of the plot, there is a use of the present simple as a narrative tense, okay, and present perfect and past perfect to give us the idea of when something happens, the order of events. Rosa persuades a friend who runs an antique shop, Hamil, to bring Momo on to help out. So this antique shop owner allows Momo into the shop and tries to teach him the job and make him become passionate about it, hoping that he'll help put the kid on the straight and narrow. So she wants Momo to start working to become a better person, to go on the right path, on a morally acceptable way of life, we can say. So on the straight and narrow, that's what it means. Momo is a withdrawn and surly, and he's withdrawn and surly with other people. So he's unfriendly. He doesn't want to talk to anyone. But when he is alone, he spends hours sketching lioness faces with a pen. His attachment to this goddess lioness is so deep that he hallucinates her into being, and it becomes clear she is the incarnation of his lost mother. Hamil, who like Momo is a Muslim, knows nothing of this, but he puts the boy to work repairing an antique rug depicting a lion, explaining that the creature is a symbol of power, patience, and faith. Momo takes to the work, even as he grumbles about it, so he complains, saying, "I'm always good at doing things I don't like." And we see his wall of resistance crumbling. So thanks to this little, let's call it job that Hamil gives Momo and Rosa, pushing him into being a better person, he starts showing his feelings little by little. And here we go on with another metaphor. So we've talked about the image of the lion being present in the rug that Momo is helping repair, and in this symbol that it is for him that represents his lost mother. There's another lioness in the life ahead. So here we go back to the symbol of the lion. And I probably don't need to tell you who she is. This is Lauren's first feature role since 2009, Song and Dance Fiasco 9. And it's a joy to watch her. So here we have a praise to the main actress and to her presence on screen, and the gravitas of her, not only of the actress, but also of the character, the way she's managed to convey the strength of this character in the film. Ponti, who's Lauren's son, doesn't have to romanticize her famous beauty. It's the sort that doesn't fade with age. Rather, it intensifies into something beyond a mere surface quality, becoming more of a song to the self. So here it's a very poetic praise to Sophia Loren. As Rosa, she still wears the trademark Lauren eyeliner, a cat's eye that sweeps flirtatiously towards the heaven. Her body language speaks of motherly impatience, of not having any time to waste. So here we have the description of Lauren as an actress and Rosa as a character. So we find the sensuality that's typical of Sophia Loren, but we find also the motherly instinct that is that we can find in the character of Rosa, and the impatience of that comes with age and wisdom. Okay. The final remark of the article is a personal comment, is the author's suggestion that wants to tell us to watch the film and be emotional. And here it goes. There's nothing cheap, low quality, or disappointing about the ending of The Life Ahead. It's pure sentiment, direct but eloquent. So you can see in this sentence we have pure, direct, eloquent, so many adjectives. And if it draws a few tears, just go with the flow. You may very well need it. So here we have the author speaking directly to us. From the other article, I'm just going to read a few keywords and show you how it can be different, the style and the feeling that the authors put into their words in the articles. So this other article is taken from The Guardian, and the title is The Life Ahead Review, Sophia Loren's commanding comeback. And then we have the subtitle that says, the 86-year-old star's expressive performance as a former sex worker caring for an orphaned child is the main draw in this sometimes formulaic tale directed by her son. So, with this very concise 3-line subtitle, the author tells us we are going to watch this film. Okay, we know that the only good thing about it is Sophia Loren. So he doesn't really like the story much, apparently. A few words that I wanted you to have a look at and to comment with you are still, as I said, idioms, article, adjectives, and adverbs. So he describes the actor Ibrahim Aweye, who is Momo, the Senegalese boy, as a magnetic screen newcomer. So you can see it's a very strong adjectives. And then he describes the two characters, Momo and Rosa, this way. At first, sparks fly between these two chalk and cheese characters. Chalk and cheese means as different as it comes. They couldn't be any more different. In this article too, we find again the term tear-jerking film, tear-jerking story, and then we have a lot of other adjectives in the description of Sophia Loren's performance, which are once again praise. And he says that Rosa is a character that is believably divided. So it's got the good and bad sides of human beings. She is strong and weak at the same time. And she puts on a brave face. Okay, so she wants to show that she is very strong, even if she is not inside. Here we also have the expressions innate vulnerability of the child, so referred to Momo, and vibrant authenticity of the characters. So the performance of the actors is considered as very, very good, very authentic, actually. So these were the comments on the reviews that I found. You are going to find in the comments not only the email address that you can use to get in touch with us, but also the links to the articles that I've just commented and read to you. I hope that you enjoyed this this episode, let's say, of our new initiative for news commenting, and that it was clear what I said, how I explained, how I commented. If you don't feel like writing comments, it's absolutely fine. But if you do, even later on, even if it's not during the video being live, you can go on and comment it. We're going to read you. Okay? Thank you very much. Don't forget to meet me back here next week at 9:15 on Wednesday morning. And have a nice rest of the day. Have a nice rest of the week. Bye.